Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first stream of Season 7, the Trait Roll stream. We're going to see who's going to get lucky and who is not. On the call with me tonight is Fizak to enjoy the Tears of the Unlucky.
And this season, I did not submit anybody for it, so I am excited to see the absolute debauchery that's about to happen here.
Okay, so in prior years, we've gone in alphabetical order. Should we go in reverse order just to enhance the
Oh
spiciness?
my gosh, that's crazy talk. I love it.
All right, so first up would be the wrong fielders, right?
Yep, and the wrong fielders are sending in through Jason Funderburker.
All right, here we go. We're going to click to spin. Where will we land? And it is going to be... Oh, it's going to be negative.
Ooh, and that might pretty much doom old Thunderbaker, considering he was a free agency pickup, a 113, I believe, overall pitcher.
And
What are we added
he's
to
going to
him?
walk away with K-Dud.
Ooh, maybe the worst one to get. And I don't know if you can hear the train that's going by.
No, I can't hear the train.
What's up, Elder?
All
We're
right,
going in reverse order.
K-Dud for Funderburker. That's a speed test. You don't need that. Okay, so next up is...
Oh, Biff Hooper.
Biff Hooper of the Wildcats. I get a spin going here. Yes, Elder, that was the first one. We're going in reverse order just to make it even more spicy. Biff Hooper looks like he is going to... Oh! Just missed
Oh,
out. Oh, dear.
that's gonna be another pitcher that is
That's
going to face the wrath of the wheel.
That's rough. Let's see what he's going to get stuck with. He is also going to get stuck with K-Dud. So already two negatives. I can't remember. Do you remember? We didn't have a whole lot of negatives for this stream last season, did we?
No, and this will be the first year where we actually have like the in an easy to find place the exact results
Right.
of what'll happen. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe it's what, like 55-45, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Funderburker because he needed to have a good trade to really make him viable, but he is going to be destined to always be in the minors. But for Hooper as well, like
That's rough for Hooper.
that is rough for Hooper. They've
Oops.
got some decent pitchers, but that is going to be interesting for them going forward.
Okay, next up, Ron Kennings Jr. for the Vikings. I don't exactly know who that is. Was that a draft pick for them?
I believe that was a draft pick, if I remember correctly. And in fact, I can go ahead and I can confirm that
Is
while
he a
that
position
loads.
player? I'm not familiar with that name at all. And
Ron Kennedy Jr. He's a position player and he was drafted.
it looks like we have our first positive of the day. Ron Kennings Jr. will get a positive trait. Here is that positive wheel.
It's so colorful.
It's very hypnotic.
He's a left fielder with first base outfielder as well as his secondary. So very utilitarian.
Looks like
Um,
we're going to get outside pitch for Mr. Kennings.
would have hate to see him get utility given how
Back-to-back seasons with the Vikings rolling utility. All right.
that among other things.
Oh, is he really bad defensively as well?
Let's see. Ron Kennings Jr. is. Let me go to the freebooters. He's a 22 fielding and 39 arms. So yes,
I
he
mean, that's
would have
about
been.
what Gage Deputy was last season.
but he's now a 70, 63, 50 with outside pitch.
All right, next up, Ash Frost for the Unicorns. So far, we've got 1 positive, 2 negative. Uh-oh, I have just lost the capture.
Yeah, I see that you have lost the capture.
And it's a negative outcome for Ash Frost. But what have I done?
Let me see if you're still. No, you're still live.
Okay, let me just...
Did you click off of the highlighted tab or something like that?
Maybe? No
Ash Frost
capture.
2 positive straights due to losing stream.
Okay. Oh
Oh my
god.
gosh.
Too much zoom.
Do you have a 4K monitor?
Yes, I'm hooked up to my
Yeah, yeah.
I'm hooked up to my 4K TV in my living room because I don't have a hardwire connection in my office yet.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why
Okay.
that's gonna be happening.
Should do people trust me, or should I re-roll this since I lost the signal?
I mean, I know what Elder would say. I personally think that we should be good to go with
Okay.
it being negative.
So negative is Ash Frost a position player?
Yes, Ash Frost is a position
Okay,
player.
so our third negative of the evening. I was trying to update this title. So 1 positive, 3 negative so far. It's been a bit of a harsh night so far, and Whiffer comes up for Ash Frost, probably one of the worst ones you can get as a position player. So it's been a bit of a rough night. Okay, the Stingers and Dixie Norms. I think he or she or they
BB
already.
Prone and K Dud.
So this is just if they roll positive, one of those goes away.
Correct.
Okay, here we go.
And I'm gonna go ahead and assume that would be K Dud. Or no, he actually said, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he said he
Yeah,
was.
he might have said.
Yeah, K Dud.
And it looks like K-Dud will get removed.
Absolutely huge for that to happen.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Old Norms is a, let's see, a 216 pitcher. Still has BB Prone, but was a 216 with BB Prone and K Dud. Getting that K Dud away makes them a much more viable option.
Alrighty, and
this one coming up is a
Ilya
spicy
Page.
one.
Ilya Page, known for her, she's got 1 bad trait, right? Or does she have 2?
She rolled into a bad trait last year.
So trying to get a bit of a reversal of fortunes here, and looks like she will. That's another positive, so that will be...
That's another K-Dud removed.
K-Dud moved. So we've gone 1, 2, 3. We're now evened up at 3 apiece here. 3 positive, 3 negative. Next up for the Serpents is Zimbabwe.
And as much as I don't like the as much as all of us don't like the Serpents, I think we can go ahead and say that we want Zimbabwe to roll well here with a name like that.
This trait roll will define whether or not Zimbabwe will be a serpent or a cobra. Well, we hold the very fate of Zimbabwe's future in our hands here.
I actually don't have Zimbabwe anywhere on the Serpents
And it
roster.
looks like Zimbabwe will be a serpent. He gets a positive trait. And let's see what trait it will be.
I thought he wasn't on the Serpents roster, but he actually is because it's actually Zimbob and then Way. I thought it was Zim and then Bobway, but I did it as Zimbob and then Way.
And it looks like it's going to be Tough Out. That's some Serpents magic right there.
With 73, 57, 84, that's going to be absolutely huge, especially with that boost of contact.
Am not
and
a
also
fan.
joins Jose Mejia, who has also Tough Out.
Not a fan in the slightest. So let's jump on over to the overdrafts now. And we are rolling for Bush League. Looking to have a bit better fortune here. You remember he started the season, what was it, 0 for like 5 or something? Like 0 for 30.
He did not have a good season.
And it doesn't look... Oh, it's on the line! It's a positive!
Gosh, no!
Oh.
Oh, by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Oh, man. Bush League eking it out. So we've gotten quite a few pauses in a row now. What will we get?
Saying his he pooped himself.
And it's on the line again. It's going to be power versus lefties.
Power versus left-hand
versus left-handed pitchers.
And now this one coming up might be the most.
We're heading for the spicy territory.
To give you guys an idea, Bo Jackoon right now is a 400 rated player. Bo Jackoon is 403. Probably the last of his kind.
All right, here we go. Bo Jackoon. And here's the spin.
Maybe one of the last 400 rated players as well.
Door awaits. And it looks like it's going to be positive for Bo Jackoon. One of the best young players in the league is going to get that much better.
If this is utility, he has just instantly become the best player in the league, full stop.
Will the colorful wheel land us? Ooh, is it going to be RBI, man? Oh my gosh! That is almost unfair. That is disgusting. How many pauses in a row have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. So we're now at 6 positive and 3 negative.
Man, those first two rolls weren't optimistic.
No, did send us down an interesting path. So 3 negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 rolls down and only 4 more to go. Himalaya Vodka for the Knights. I believe that was one of their draft picks. Maybe their free agent acquisition. And Vodka looks like she is going to just sneak in on the positive side as well. Now up to 7 positives.
98, 77, 27. So a big bat. 60 arm as well.
And it's going to be Steeler, it looks like.
Oh, no.
Was that bad?
27 speed.
Well,
Steeler. Of all the traits that you could, I mean, considering how close it was to utility.
I think that's this season's utility for Gauge Deputy.
Yeah, it has to be
27 speed Steeler.
Whole nother level.
I bet the high rollers would gladly trade for that Steeler. Rocket Rodriguez is a fast guy.
Puppet, the Gauchos, as Large Marge noted, there's no reason to not roll if you aren't going to be using your secondaries. So, like, for example, for me, I missed the deadline to submit, but also, like, I would rather use my secondary points to be used for, like, changing up positions and stuff like that. So, yes, the Gauchos are rolling J-Watt, but they also don't really have anybody else to spend their points on.
Yeah, I decided to be a bit spicy this season because I already have everyone in my majors pretty much set where they're going to play. So I figured why not roll Nick Hugh Jr. tonight. But let's see who was next. It is going to be Rocket Rodriguez for the high rollers. Had 6 straight positives.
Rodriguez, 53, 42, 81, 54, 79. A really solid
Oh,
player.
it just ticked over. I heard the tick.
Oh, man.
Golly, we are
Dean,
living
it is.
on the edge tonight.
Dean is not updated yet. I will be up. I was waiting until the trait roll stream tonight before I went ahead and updated, but I wanted to get out the team pack as soon as I could.
All right, and for Rocket Rodriguez, it's going to be high pitch.
Well, a really good hitting team with Rocket Rodriguez getting that. He's got really decent speed, but with that high pitch as well, it definitely becomes more dangerous, especially when you consider like turning singles into doubles, stuff like that. And now this is
7 in a row. I'm not liking my odds with fate here as we head to the 2 more spicy ones, both draft picks in this draft, Jay Watt and then Nick Hugh Jr. to wrap up the trait stream. Here we go for Jay Watt of the Gauchos. Number 2 overall selection in the draft last week, or week before last. I have no concept of time. No doubt about this one. It's another positive.
now this one getting utility would be rough.
Is it really? I thought he was all right defensively.
Well, no, because he's already infield outfield,
Oh, okay.
which he's actually
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Actually, Jay Watt is not put into this correctly. What is he supposed to be? He's supposed to be a third base infield outfield.
And that is tough out for Jay Watt. One of the top draft picks gets that much better. And with the final spin of the night, we are spinning for Nick Hugh Jr. Come on, give me a good one, wheel.
So guys, just then I've noticed that Jay Watt was only a catcher with no secondary. Make sure you check your teams. If there is any errors, we need to know about them now so we can fix it. Wow.
We ended the night on 10 straight positives.
I think it was 9
1,
straight
2,
positives.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9 straight positives.
But it was 10 overall with
Yeah.
3 negatives.
Okay, Nick Hugh Jr. will get.
Yeah, probably we'll go through what everyone got.
Come on, give me RBI, man. Do it.
Watt got tough out, right?
Yes. I'll take contact. Contact. He needs contact. Contact versus righties.
Which player is this?
Nick Hugh Jr.
Contact versus right hand pitching. All right, that's in.
All right. Well, that was certainly interesting. So, whoa, what just happened? So, Nick Hugh Jr. gets contact versus right-hand pitchers. Jay Watt of the Gauchos gets tough out. Rocket Rodriguez with high pitch. Vodka Steeler. Bojack Un with RBI Man. Bush League Power versus lefties. Zimbabwe getting tough out. Page and Norms getting K-Dud removed. Whiffer for Ash Frost. Outside pitch for Ron Kinnings Jr. Then K-Duds for Funderburker and Biff Hooper.
Oh, that was slightly more than 55-45. That might be the most positive since we've been doing trait rolling.
I don't know, like we have always, for whatever reason, rolled really consistently positive on these things. And I've never quite understood why, like how. Like we've always, I feel like, had significantly more positives than we do negatives.
Well, all this will be in the team pack that will release tonight. I'll go ahead and I'll be updating the ratings as well as we are pounding our way through. Just a reminder to everyone, all camps, secondary points, and points and secondary changes are due tomorrow by the end of the day.
So, and that's everything from season 6 that we just had. So
yes,
majors camps, minors camps, pitch points, secondary points. Make sure you use them or you lose them.
and we will not be going back and allowing other people to bring in because at this point you have had plenty of time to know that you can use it.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up the trait roll stream for Season 7. We're going to have spring training starting Monday of next week. Is that correct?
Yes, and I will be in Florida for all of next week, so that'll be Squared and Whitney holding down the fort. But then we're only a week and a half
Something
away
like that.
from the start of season 7. Lasers, read the rule book. Pitch points are what you use to add pitches to pitchers.
Yeah, pitch points adds pitches to pitchers. Secondary points, you can change people's secondaries.
And then starting with season 7, of course, you have the ability to use the pitch points and secondary points to remove negative traits from pitchers.
All right,
And then
well,
also a reminder, real quick. Also a reminder that minors are actually going to be starting in week 1. Majors and minors are going to be going at the same time. And I think the postings are going to match up really well as well, which we need to talk in League Office about what we're going to do for the format of minors postseason. It doesn't really matter because it's minors, but we need to at least figure out what we're doing with that.
right. But I think that's going to do it tonight for the trait roll stream. We'll see you guys next week for the start of spring training. Make sure you get those rosters in. Those are probably due by the end of the week, I would say.
Spring training rosters are due August 8th. All rotations, rosters, and lineups for majors and minors are due August 14th. And Pasta, as I was saying earlier, I'll be updating it tonight.
All right. We will see you all later. Have a good night, everyone.